Good morning, hi, hi. We need another music. I already knew.
Take a sip from your soul on a metaphysical milkshake.
I'm a huge fan of your music, and I'm a huge fan of your serious apron strings outlaw country radio show.
Yes.
Now, you've played the Grand Ole Opry how many times?
Like 400 or something. A lot.
400 times?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I was in town a lot when people canceled.
You talk funny.
Do not.
Do too. You could go anywhere. Where would you want to go?
I think I would like to go to Cuba. I would really like to go to Cuba. Damn. That's magic,
Yeah.
Rainn. You are magic.
And your story I've read about a little bit and seen in some interviews. You grew up with crazy backwoods
Yes.
parents.
Yes.
Take us through that.
My dad ran moonshine with the mafia, and my mother was a hillbilly singer. Now, she was a serious singer and musician, and she played quite a bit when she was young.
What did she sound like when she was singing?
She sounded like the pain of Appalachian women all coming through your voice, like Hazel Dickens.
What was she saying?
You were mine for just a while. Now you're putting on a style like real
Wow,
country.
that's gorgeous.
And you never once look back. And you're home across the track.
Wow. That's so good. I got goose pimples. How do you write a song?
A line pops in my head, like El Camino, like I just immediately was, I know this guy, he's all wrong for me. And I wrote the first line was the first line, and the second line was the second line, so I wrote it exactly in that order. Yeah, that's when it's easy, but it's not always that easy. Sometimes it's a lot harder.
I know this guy is all wrong for me. Country music seems to be often about people, especially women, overcoming obstacles.
Yes.
What are some obstacles you've had to get over in your life?
Big, hairy, in my way men. I would just say probably what a lot of women go through, and then especially maybe a Southern blonde woman, which is just being underestimated and being perceived that you don't have anything going on in the cortex. But in a way, it can be an advantage because you sneak in from behind.
Now, you said that you had a crazy religious upbringing.
Yeah, sort of accidentally. I don't think my parents really intended it. I think they just thought it was a really cheap babysitter to send me to the church to hang out.
Like for the weekends, you would hang out at the Pentecostal church, or like all day Sunday?
All day Sunday, because they had a big country gospel band that would play for like 2 or 3 hours. That was the best part. It was just rocking out country gospel band, like Southern gospel for 2 or 3 hours. And so I always say there was like a fried of cloud chicken smoke hanging over the neighborhood, and then they'd like say some scripture real fast. And people freak out and
they speak in tongues.
Mm-hmm.
So you had parents that were actively breaking the law, and they were kind of musicians and hanging out in honky-tonk bars, but then you were spending Sundays in a Pentecostal church.
Right, learning that they were going to hell, and boy, I sure was going to miss them, when they weren't around.
And what is your spiritual life today, or your religious life?
I'm in an information gathering phase. I don't know what I think
I think
yet.
we should all kind of be in an information gathering phase.
Yeah, always and forever, right?
And what have you done as you've gone on this path of kind of spiritual, personal discovery, looking for some spiritual connection in your life?
I think I've just tried to read and gather information and learn about what is Buddhism? Like, what does that really mean? What are the core principles of that? And how is Islam different from Judaism? Obviously, it's very different. Like how and why? I mean, I think people are vastly undereducated about it. We know there's contention there, but I don't know, completely understand the depth of why. And I think a whole lot of people don't understand. Even the people in the throes of it don't understand the depth of why.
Do you believe in a God or a higher power?
There's a lot of random things going on, obviously, but there also seems to be a bit of a symphony at the same time with nature, and like, can that really be random?
Life's big questions. Lightning round. Would you want to know the exact moment when you're going to die?
Yes.
If you could be fluent in any language right now, which one would you choose?
Arabic.
Why?
Because they're saying stuff, I'd like to know what it is.
Do you pray?
No.
Can men and women really just be friends?
Yes.
What do you fear most in life?
Not knowing what's going to happen.
Is your accent real?
Yes.
Wrong answer. Let's put on. You're actually from Ohio. Define success in 10 words or less.
Happiness. Good clothes. That's 2 words.
That's 3 altogether.
That's it.
Happiness, good clothes.
Happiness, good clothes, saline swimming pool, exotic cat, cactus.
That's like you wrote a poem just then. That's
It
like
all
a haiku.
means something, you know.
Yeah. What's one thing that people don't know about you?
That I'm a math nerd. I went through 4 calculuses in college, like for fun. And because it was a good elective for me because I made good grades. And
Wow.
but yeah, really.
So YouTube, Elizabeth Cook here, Grand Ole Opry star, is also a calculus geek and a math nerd. Who would have possibly thunk it? What is something about you that is surprising, that people don't know? Some secret part of yourself. Share it with us. Write it in the comment section below. Or better yet, upload a video and tell us about it. And Elizabeth and I will watch every single video that gets uploaded. Promise?
Promise.
Pinky swear. Ow!
Oh.
SoulPancake, subscribe.